Hi everyone, Mike with Crane Realty here. Uh, Today's kind of an unusual video. I want to first of all say happy Thanksgiving, happy holidays to everybody that's out there watching. This video is kind of unique because despite it having some snow outside, I don't know what is going to actually look like in late October, November, and December. Every now and again, we'll have a green winter, but this is actually being recorded in mid-February. And the reason why it's being recorded in mid-February, I had an idea, an observation that I've been noticing year after year in the market, and wanted to kind of provide a little heads up or kind of doing a little bit of inside baseball for anybody who's out there as a buyer looking right now in the months of October, November, December, and kind of giving them a peek behind the curtain and saying this is what you can actually expect. When you're going through those months of October, November, and December, it's often that you're going to be coming on the backswing of the market, right? It's not as hot as it was in springtime, as it peaks in the summer, and then there's some properties that stay on the market for a little bit, some new ones that are coming on, and then things kind of begin to dwindle down come October time, right? And that's pretty common. It's done for a variety of different reasons for sellers, and usually the holidays has kind of dictates a pretty strong foothold as far as why that takes place. So obviously, if there's a lack of inventory, even for buyers too, they kind of want to take the foot off the gas a little bit and then just kind of coast into the new year and really pick up the home search come January, February, and go from there. What's actually going to happen when you think to yourself, well, if I start in January or start in February, I'm going to be way ahead of the curve, right? The spring market doesn't hit until spring, so I should be perfectly fine and find the right house before everybody really gets on the ball, and I'll be way ahead of the curve. What I've noticed over the last couple of years, so going back to 2019, last year's 2020, and now in the year of 2021, speaking to you buyers approaching year's end and then into the spring market of 2022, what's happened year after year is there's eventually going to be an uptick, right? So you're entering the backswing of the market, and then once you go through that, there's going to be an uptick. When does that uptick start? Because for yourself, if you're saying, well, I'd really like to start just as things are getting to be listed, I'll already be pre-qualified, I'll already have money for the down payment, I've already been looking at it, I know what's out there on the market. You want to be in that primed position. When does all of your competition all of a sudden just swoop in, and before you know it, you're interested in a property that has 3 days of delayed negotiations, you're writing an offer, and then 30 offers come in and you're competing against? If you can help it, you would not like to be competing in that market. Going back a few years, 2019, the volume was starting to increase. We didn't have the buyer frenzy sinking its teeth in just yet. That was happening a little bit, not right at the beginning of March, but about midway in March in 2019. Last year in 2020, it was just taking place at the end of February, and especially the first week in March. There was a lot of competition. All of a sudden, you were going from having one or two different buyers competing on a property, whether it's even close to the city or outside of it here in this country area. All of a sudden, you're now competing against 10 other offers minimum, it feels like. That was taking place again for last year, end of February, first week of March, and then we all know what happened late March with the pandemic hitting and really icing over the real estate market. So that one comment aside, what the experience has been for this year, 2021, in the housing market, basically the first week of February. Things were a little slow. January, there wasn't a whole lot of homes, but what was hitting the market, buyers writing, and we didn't have a whole ton of competition. Week 1 into week 2 of February, all of a sudden super desirable homes hitting the market, just as we were kind of seeing it trickle in and out. November, December, and January were those few occasional pops that hit the market. Now all of a sudden seeing offers competing against 30 other offers, 18 other offers, 15 other offers, 20 other offers. A lot of competition all of a sudden. Considering that we're still in the pandemic situation, vaccines are on the way, perhaps that'll have an impact. It'll allow sellers to actually go back to their original plans, think about moving, and more volume will come onto the market. It might also decrease buyers and saying, okay, now that I'm actually able to stay where I'm renting, I love walking Main Street, there's, activities, festivals, bars, concerts to go to, there's this real surge right now because buyers who are really tired, or excuse me, renters who are really tired of staying confined to this, X amount of 100 square feet that they're renting from, don't have all of these amenities to go to and be entertained by, so they're looking to purchase. So we have this huge influx of buyers right now, and even more a lack of inventory because there's a certain level of uncertainty out there. So sellers are not looking to put their house on the market right now. So this time frame of when does the spring market hit? 2019, it was about mid-March. Last year in 2020, it was about end of February into the first week of March. This year, it was the first week of February. I don't know what exactly it's going to look like for 2022 and when you come out of the backswing of the season and then you begin to see that uptick actually take place. But if you're a buyer, my recommendation would be don't take your foot off the gas. Enjoy the holidays, certainly, but if that right property does hit, feel free to be a little aggressive on it. Go at it. If it's a matter of really wanting that property that you see there, nobody wants to overpay or anything like that or be uncomfortable with putting terms that you're not comfortable in, you shouldn't do any of those things. But if a notification hits your phone, don't wait until tomorrow to see that property and bring it up. Just continue to stay hungry, and hopefully that will kind of help provide a little bit of awareness for where that trajectory is, and perhaps that uptick for 2022 won't happen until later in February or March. The way things are going, it might actually happen again in early February or even late January. So if that's the case, continue to stay hungry. So hope this video helps create a little bit of awareness. But if you want any help in your home search, I'd be more than happy to do that. You can always call me 585-412-8062. Again, I'm Mike with Crane Realty. Again, I hope you have a great Thanksgiving and a happy holidays ahead, and hope we can be in touch. All right, take care, everyone. Bye-bye.